Hello, this is a review of the Aurora Ipsilon Deluxe fountain pen. Um, I got this used off of eBay for a pretty good price, about let's say 35-40% of the current brand new price. It's about I'm gonna say 10 years old, um, in relatively decent condition. It comes in a outside sleeve and a plastic box with this velvet here, and says Aurora here, and you open it up, nice presentation case, Aurora made in Italy, and a little paper tag that says it's guaranteed for 3 years. Now it's very interesting because I just bought another Aurora pen which has a 2-year warranty. So it looks like they're cutting down on their warranty over the years, and that's generally not a particularly good sign, but doesn't matter really. It also came with this long cartridge which has Parker style nipple, and this takes Parker style converter. In fact, the gentleman that sold it to me said it came with a Parker style converter, not just a Parker style converter, it came with a Parker brand converter, which he included. So just very interesting that it did not come with an Aurora converter. Anyway, the pen itself has a kind of an unusual shape. It's a tapered modern design with kind of a flat end. It's actually slightly rounded, and the cap is more old-fashioned, like a torpedo or cigar-shaped style, as they say. You'll see that on a lot of Mont Blancs and even some really old Pelicans and things like that. So the difference between the Aurora Epsilon and Epsilon Deluxe is that this pen has a gold-plated nib, not a gold-plated nib, it's a gold nib, versus the gold-plated nib in a regular old Epsilon, if you get the gold trim version. Also, this clip has this black inlay in the deluxe model. In the regular old model, it's all golden, and this band in the regular model is actually 3 bands, and here it's 1 band with this sort of rib here. Design, length of it, pretty, I'm gonna say normal, maybe slightly an 1/8 inch shorter than some of the longer pens that I've shown you. So already mentioned the torpedo rounded dome type cap, and clip with a ring, and the ring actually says Italy, and then it has an H on it, which I don't know what that stands for. Clip is very good, goes into your jacket pocket very nicely, good tension, nice curved design here, again goes into your pocket really nice. Gold band here with the center rib, says Aurora Italy again. Snap-on snap-off cap, another gold band on the section here, and another gold-plated raised rib towards the end of the barrel. Open it up, Parker converter, and this grip section here has another rib, you know, kind of like, I'll call it a self rib, because it's that rib is kind of integral to the plastic grip section or the resin grip section. Prevents your fingers from sliding onto the nib. Smallish nib. I'm gonna say it's a number 4 nib, which is probably the smallest nib that I own. And I have only maybe 3 pens that have this smaller nib. As I mentioned earlier, it is a 14 karat gold nib, and I'll try to show you the design a little bit if I can. It's got some nice design to it, some decoration engravings on it. Very similar, I'm gonna say, to my Faber-Castell, actually. Um, and the nib has a vent hole, some decoration across the tines and along the sides. Then just above the vent hole, it has a little circle that says 14K for 14 carats. And underneath it, it says 585, which is 58.5% gold, which is equivalent to 14 carats. And then it says Aurora. I'm sure you can't see it, but the feed itself is kind of an elongated feed. I believe it's an ebonite feed. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an ebonite feed. It doesn't have any fins. It's got these notches in it along the sides. I hope you can see some of it, and in the middle there. And I'll try to show you some nib design again. My lighting is too high, I guess. So as far as writing goes, very interestingly, the nib is not as flexible as you would expect from a 14 karat gold nib. It's pretty stiff, not as springy as one would expect, and writes super smooth. I have another Aurora pen, which is the Style, with a steel nib, and it was a really crappy nib that I had to adjust. It was super scratchy, and even after I adjusted it, it did become quite wet, but not particularly smooth. This thing is super smooth. Beautiful nib. Writes extremely well. You can see here below this line, because this was with the other pen. This is this pen writes really well. No skipping, no nothing. Extremely well. You can't get a whole lot of variation. I'm going to try and show. You can get some, but not a whole lot, as you can see. And just very nice nib. Smallish, as you can see, proportion from the nib versus the pen, but excellent nib. I'm actually very happy to have this pen in my collection, and I'm gonna carry this around with me quite a bit because it's not particularly expensive, very good for daily use just because it's so smooth, and it's a very nice pen to write with, and very high quality. So hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching.